Welcome back to Wonders of Our Planet. Today, we're talking about the copperhead. What do we know about it? A thick, copper-colored snake with an hourglass pattern, hiding in the leaf litter all across the eastern United States. It bites more Americans than any other venomous snake, around 3,000 cases every year, most of them right in someone's backyard. Most people assume the rattlesnake is the #1 threat. It isn't. The copperhead is, and yet almost no one who lives alongside it has ever actually seen one. It stays silent. It freezes when approached. Its camouflage is so perfect that most bite victims step directly on it without ever realizing the snake was there. What makes its disguise so complete? Why does it strike without warning? And why, despite biting more people than any other American snake, does it almost never kill? Let's find out. Here we go. The copperhead, Agastrodon contortrix, belongs to the family Viperidae, the same family as the rattlesnake and the cottonmouth. It is what scientists call a pit viper. Between each nostril and eye sits a pair of heat-sensing pits that can detect temperature differences as small as a fraction of a degree. It is the most widely distributed venomous snake in the United States, with a range covering 28 states, from Massachusetts down to Texas, from Nebraska to the northern edge of Florida. There are 5 recognized subspecies. The most numerous are the eastern copperhead of the Appalachians and the broad-banded copperhead of the Central Plains. Of the 4 groups of native venomous snakes in the U.S., rattlesnakes, cottonmouths, coral snakes, and copperheads, the copperhead is by far the most likely to live within a mile of a typical American home. The copperhead is frequently confused with several harmless snakes. The corn snake shares a similar warm, reddish coloring, but has smooth scales, a slimmer body, and round pupils. The milk snake has bright reddish blotches outlined in thin black borders. Young black rat snakes have a blotchy pattern that fools people too. The reliable field marks for a copperhead are these: a distinctive hourglass crossband pattern that is wide on the sides and narrow at the spine, like a row of dumbbells pressed together. A triangular, arrow-shaped head that is noticeably wider than the neck. Vertical, cat-like pupils. And juveniles have one additional feature: a bright yellow or lime green tail tip that the young snake flicks back and forth like a worm, luring frogs and lizards within striking range. An adult copperhead runs 2 to 3 feet long. That's not a large snake, but the head is where the real engineering lives. Each heat-sensing pit, positioned between nostril and eye, can register infrared differences so fine that in complete darkness the copperhead effectively sees a warm mouse as a glowing silhouette. Its conventional eyesight is poor, and it is nearly deaf in the ordinary sense. It picks up sound as vibration traveling through the jawbone from the ground. Its primary sense is chemical. The tongue, flickering constantly, lifts scent molecules from the air and delivers them to the Jacobson's organ in the roof of the mouth. When it strikes, 2 hollow, hinged fangs, each roughly half an inch long, folded flat against the palate like switchblades, swing forward and drive venom into the target. The entire strike takes about 1/20th of a second, faster than any human eye can follow. Now here is what most people don't know. The copperhead does not lay eggs. It gives birth to live young, usually 4 to 7 snakelets, each about 8 inches long, with fully functional venom glands from the very first minute of life. The mother provides no care whatsoever. The young are on their own from day one, and their venom, drop for drop, is more concentrated than in adults. Winter brings a remarkable behavior. In the Appalachians, copperheads gather in communal dens, sometimes sharing rock crevices below the frost line with timber rattlesnakes and black rat snakes, all coiled together for warmth. Scientists have documented single dens holding more than 100 snakes intertwined in one shaft. They emerge in March or April, often while patches of snow still linger on the ground. In late summer, rival males engage in what biologists call a combat dance. 2 snakes rise vertically and attempt to press each other to the earth. The winner earns mating rights. It looks like a slow, hypnotic ballet performed in copper rope. And this brings us to the reason you should never kill a copperhead. It is one of the most important natural controls on rodent populations across the eastern United States. A single snake eats dozens of mice, voles, and chipmunks over the course of a summer. Those mice are the primary reservoir for Lyme disease, hantavirus, and several other pathogens dangerous to humans. Removing copperheads from a yard doesn't make it safer. It makes it more infectious. The copperhead bites a human almost exclusively when stepped on or grabbed. It does not pursue. It does not attack. Its venom is among the mildest of any North American pit viper, and of the roughly 3,000 annual bites recorded in the U.S., fatalities are extraordinarily rare, typically 0 or 1 per year. Virtually every modern bite is treated successfully with crofab antivenom. If a copperhead bites you, do 3 things, and avoid 3 others. Do not try to suck out the venom, it accomplishes nothing and risks infection. Do not cut the wound. Do not apply a tourniquet. Concentrating the venom in one limb causes unnecessary tissue damage. What you should do, stay as calm as possible, keep the bitten limb still and held below heart level, remove rings and watches before swelling begins, and get to an emergency room as quickly as you can. Most American hospitals carry crofab. Within 24 to 48 hours, the great majority of bite victims walk out on their own. In the field, the prevention rules are simple. From May through September, wear high boots when walking in leaf litter, watch every step, and tap the ground ahead with a walking stick. The copperhead feels the vibration and almost always retreats. It wants to meet you no more than you want to meet it. The copperhead reminds us of an uncomfortable truth: nature does not reward the loud. It rewards the invisible, the patient, the perfectly still. This snake survives by not being seen. It strikes only when something lands directly on top of it. The most dangerous thing in the American backyard is not the snake hidden in the leaves, it is our willingness to destroy a neighbor we barely take the time to understand. Fear a world without the copperhead. Do not fear the copperhead itself. If you enjoyed this story, hit the like button and subscribe. That's what keeps these videos coming. Thanks for watching Wonders of Our Planet.